What you in there doing, Dolo?
Welcome to the Dolomane podcast, baby. Ay. Welcome to the Dolomane podcast, baby. Ay. Welcome to the Dolomane podcast, baby. Ay. Welcome to the Dolomane podcast, baby. Let's go. Dolomane, 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 Dolomane. What you say? Dolomane, 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 what? Dolomane, Dolomane, like us subscribe.
There were multiple mass shootings this weekend in Baltimore. Gunfire left 2 young people dead and at least 28 were shot. CBS News' Jared Hill is in New York with the latest on the victims and the investigation.
Surveillance video shows the chaos after a deadly mass shooting in Baltimore. Cups, a popcorn machine, even a shoe left behind. All signs of a celebration that quickly turned into tragedy.
This was a reckless, cowardly act of violence that has taken 2 lives and altered many, many more.
According to Baltimore City Police, around 12:30 Sunday morning, at least 2 people started shooting into an annual block party.
Now we got a lot of victims down.
In the hail of bullets, 2 people were killed, 20-year-old Kylis Fagbemi and 18-year-old Aaliyah Gonzalez. At least 28 others shot and injured, many of them minors. The youngest, just 13 years old.
It broke my heart, because it could have been us. I don't even know how to digest it.
In Wichita, Kansas, another mass shooting, this time at a nightclub.
When the music cut off, all we hear is like shots.
Police say at least 4 guns were fired inside of the club, leaving at least 9 shot and 2 people trampled as they tried to escape. Everyone survived, and so far 1 person is in custody. Jared Hill, CBS News.
Police are still looking for suspects in the Baltimore shooting. The violence there comes as federal prosecutors this week touted their efforts to reduce violent crime in the city. Police have reported nearly 130 homicides and close to 300 shootings so far this year, though that's down from the same time last year. According to the Gun Violence Archive, there have been at least 338 mass shootings in the United States this year.
It's your boy Dolomane, and this is the Dolomane podcast. And first thing I want to talk about when it comes to right now is this mass shootings that's been happening in this world. I checked the statistics earlier today, and as of February 2023, only 1 month into the year, it's been 63 mass shootings, and that's just what they report. It's a lot of shootings going on all over the world, all over the United States that they just don't, report, or they misreport, or they don't label as a mass shootings. But it's a lot of shooting going on. In my local neighborhood, your local neighborhood, the big cities, little cities, country towns, people shooting out here, man. And I just want to discuss how I feel about it. I feel something needs to be done about it, because it's just like, what kind of society are we living in where shooting regular human beings is a normal thing? Now, don't get me wrong, violence has been around forever. No, it's been around forever. How you think we got America? We slaughter gang shit, murder gang shit, nigga. Before 21 Savage, motherfuckers was slaughtering and shit, feel me, to get what they want. I understand. I don't understand, but I do understand, like, the nature of violence in our culture. Like, it's a thing. My thing, though, is that what's going on now could be prevented and could be stopped, because I feel like we put things in play for these things to happen. So it's 63 mass shootings that's happened this past 2 months, right? What do you think some of those reasons are? Who had these guns? What are the age range of these kids? What is influencing people to go shoot people? I feel like it's the climate of the culture and the country we live in. There's a lot of turmoil going on right now. People having tough times paying these high bills and these high prices that are being placed in the grocery store, your local car lot, the gas station with the gas prices, the rent going up, utilities going up. Now, somebody that was just doing all right, you know what I mean, doing okay, making it by, for them to put them in situations like this, I mean, it's a challenge, so, you know, sometimes you need a challenge, but at the end of the day, it's not really fair that you be putting people basically making people like really work super duper hard that they, you know, shouldn't have to pay a substantial amounts of money just so they can maintain the stuff they've been maintaining for years. It's not right, you know, especially the levels that they inflate things. You know, I have a friend in Texas, she told me her rent went from 1,000 to 150, or 1,015. I'm tripping, my bad. $1,500 a month for a one bedroom. Wow. Now, where I live, it's not that expensive because I live in a small town. I have aspirations, and I've been have aspirations to go to the city, you know? But that's besides the point. What I was saying is I feel like emotions are getting like, people are overwhelmed right now. And so when people are overwhelmed, they feel like they're in a corner, a lot of times their emotions, their worst emotions come out and they lash out. I'm not to say it's an excuse, but, you know, I mean, everybody can't control their emotions and everybody don't react the same to certain things, you know? So I feel that plays a part in this. The whole COVID-19, isolating people, putting them in houses by themselves, not with other people. I'm sure it did something psychologically to a lot of people, and it's probably making people not think the same that they used to think. They probably, you know, kind of lost a little bit. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of changing every day. You know, it's a lot that's changing every day. It's a lot going on. So I feel that probably psychologically there's something going on with the brain through COVID, through the social isolation, things like that. Also, I feel another reason that could play a part in this is just the culture that we have. We have a very violent culture, you know, so we allow kids to just run around and play games. We're not running around and play games, but go home and play shooting games nonstop. Like, I don't feel like that's a good thing psychologically for the youth's brain to be playing and then to be entering society each and every day with that on their mindset or that in their brain. Because I know what people think, like, just because I'm playing the game doesn't mean I'm gonna do it, or that doesn't affect me. But everybody, again, don't react the same to certain things. I might play the game, but just be like, it's a game. You know what I'm saying? I'm shooting, this is a game, this ain't real. But somebody else might take this game and really apply it in the streets, or apply it in society, and apply it in your school, apply it in the government office, apply it in your local grocery store, because they've been playing all night, they playing all night, It's really hypnotizing their mind, their mindset, how they thinking and how they seeing everything. What you consume and you're exposed to, it changes how you see life. Anything that you do, anything that you consume, you know, it plays a part on how you look at things. That's a fact. So I feel like the fact that people playing Call of Duty, GTA, and all these games where it's just like you shoot, you doing military things with the Call of Duty, and GTA, you doing like wild things. Wild things like that you know you shouldn't be doing, but you are allowed to in the game. Like, you're gonna be like, why don't I try this in real life? You know, some people have aspirations to do that, and then people do it. And I feel like I feel like nowadays you kind of live in GTA. You kind of can do what you want, you know. And so I think that plays a big part. People are influenced by what they play, and then they try to reenact what they play. And you see it all over the world, you know. Also, another reason I think that we're having all these mass shootings, just the easy access of guns. I don't understand how somebody can be 18 years old and need a semi-automatic, like a high-powered anything at 18. Like, what are you using it? I don't get it. Like, if people work at the gun store, are they not questioning these people that's coming in? Like, you seeing a kid that's 18, fresh, like new to manhood, not manhood, to adulthood, barely even an adult for real, and you giving him a high-powered rifle, a semi-automatic, just a military-style weapon for what? Are you guys not asking them what their use is for? Like, I don't understand, like, how a gun that substantial is just given to someone without, okay, what are you using this for? Okay, give us proof you're using it for this. Where do you have any experience using these guns? Where are you planning on taking this? And then you have to show us proof. Okay, what program are you part of that requires you have one of these guns? I don't feel that if you not going to war, you shouldn't have certain style guns. You know what I mean? Like, especially at a certain age. You know what I'm saying? 18, you don't really know nothing at that age. Now, I mean, kids are smarter now, true. But they're smarter and dumber at the same time because but it's just, I don't understand how you could let somebody that young have that style, have a weapon of that substance. Like, they shouldn't have a gun, and they shouldn't have a gun like that. Even a person older than that, I feel like should be substantially background check. They run your background for everything else, and they want to know everything else about everything else when you're doing anything. You apply for this, or what's this, what's that? We need that, okay, bring me the proof, Ooh, come on, man. Listen, I feel like it's just the nonchalantness and the lack of caring for society that is the reason why so many people are just allowed to have guns. You know, I don't feel like a lot of people that have these guns are qualified to have these guns. What type of training have you done to have these guns? To me, it just don't make sense, you know? But I understand, though, that the world we live in, it really doesn't matter. You got the money, you got it, you know? Or it's just like, when you look at jobs nowadays, you look at jobs, and people do not get qualified for these jobs, but it's just the fact that you're a body, you need to fill this position. Oh, you're a body? Okay, for sure, you got a job. Like, I don't feel like anybody should be, and that's kind of going off topic a little bit, but I don't feel like just anybody should be security. If people really, in my fact, it really ain't off topic, because like, okay, I feel like a lot of these mass shootings probably could be prevented as well if people really had, if these buildings and companies and just official places had official security, but they don't. They hire anybody that say they can do security. Everybody can't be security. Everybody cannot do security. You have to be qualified. You have to go through certain things to prove that you can protect. You know? Now, if you've proven that you're a protector and you got the credentials and you took this course and took this class, you passed, you went to this training camp and you did this and you know how to shoot, you certified, you got your gun license, you got this and that, you done passed all the, then okay, you could be security. But if you ain't went through all this, no, you're not in shape, you ain't in none of that, you can't be security, you old, you can't be security. Not to disrespect, because some people that are older still, you know, they still got it, so let me not disrespect off age. But I still feel like it's just you gotta be qualified. And a lot of these folks do not be qualified. That's why people be getting their shit broken into. People be running in the store, shooting stuff up. Mass shootings everywhere. Because what's protecting it? Ain't no protection. A lot of times I go to certain spots, I see security on their phone. What is you securing? Your passcode? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. I don't feel like this. that's not morally right at all. You know, but I've been seeing that these corporations do not care. You know, you don't gotta tell me that you care. Like, you can run a commercial all day and show me and say you care, but actions speak louder than words. I know that from experience on all type of shit. I could say I love you, I could say I'm doing this, I could da, but if I ain't showing it by coming through, or I'm not showing it by my actions, like I said, it don't mean shit. It don't mean nothing. And so yeah, I feel like people need to be triggered. These companies, man, they really say they really give a damn. They need to protect, and they need to have the right protection, you know. But I think a lot of these things that I've spoken on, these play in the fact. These play a part of why these mass shootings are still happening. I don't think we take violence serious. I don't think we do. We promote violence. Listen to our music. Listen to our rap music. Listen to the music they play on the top 50, you know, the charts. Go on the billboards. And just, not even just the billboard, I guess you could say billboard. That's like a big substantial part of what people consume. But listen to the music we're listening to. Murder, 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 kill, 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 shoot, shoot, shoot. You like, they ain't saying that. No, they saying that. They just saying it in a cool, they saying it in a way where it's a cool beat behind it. A couple words might be changed, but that's really the message. You listen to these songs, I will murder you, I will shoot you when I catch you. Your friends, they getting shot too. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, and we push this narrative and message to the youth. And so the youth is listening to this. They're very impressionable. We all are impressionable when we're young. And even when we still get older, we're influenced by what we see. Now, it's when you get older that you're more mature and that you have the skills to know, okay, what's right and what's wrong. You know? But still, at any age you can be influenced, but you're really influenced when you're very young. You know what I'm saying? From about, like, I say, well, from very young, you're influenced. So the fact that they pushing the narrative, don't talk about your problems, shoot instead, what you think the youth gonna go and do? Why you think the shooting's going on? We're being taught, they're being taught, everyone's being taught, shoot, 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 shoot. And I don't feel like that's a good message. And it's not a good message at all. Where's the positivity? Where's the uplifting message that'll get me through the day? That'll get me through the day in a negative way. And you see what it's doing. You know what I mean? We shooting the block up. We shooting people that look just like us. We shooting up establishments. All races and all colors. You know? I'm not even putting on just one race because we shooting all type of stuff up. But I just know something got to give, something got to change, because how this world is going right now, it's not going into a positive way. Now, don't get me wrong, it's some positive things that are happening. You know, people can be themselves, they can be free. It's not like very strict. You don't have to just conform to what they want you to conform into. You can be an individual. Now, that's cool. I feel like it's good to be unique and be yourself and just be free. That's great. You know what I mean? But I don't feel like it's good to be mass creating, or I don't think that it's a good thing that we're creating serial killers. You know, I don't think it's good to, you know, cause like, come on, man. It's just, I had a thought in my head about, I can't think of it, but it's just like, I don't think it's good that we're just creating mass murderers. And I feel like the people that's at the top with all the power that control stuff and everything, they know what they're doing. You know? They know what they're doing. They know we in the psychological warfare, spiritual warfare. They know what's going on. But they don't care. It's greed, it's money, you know? But the people that live in society, we can't fall for the trap. You can't fall into the trap, because if this the youth, and that's how they handle their problems, and not even just the youth, because everybody's shooting at all ages, but I'm really talking to the youth as well. If the youth is doing this, just imagine people younger than them. The killers getting younger and younger. Come on, man, y'all seen that? The 6-year-old shot the teacher. never would I have thought in life I would hear a headline that a 6-year-old shot a teacher. You know, that means these kids is advanced. These kids is advanced. You know what I'm saying? Like that 6-year-old could come to the school with a gun, know how to fire and everything. That was a terrible gun sound. But how to cock back a weapon at 6 and shoot and aim and hit the target at 6. That tell you something, man. Like, I think we should get on it. You feel me? Because if you don't nip shit in the bud from the jump, it's gonna keep going. That's what's going on. I remember back in the day, mass shootings used to be very, very shocking. It used to be like, wow, I can't believe a mass shooting. What the fuck? Like, oh man. Like, now it's so regular. Your heart don't even stop no more. You don't even like really stop and just stop everything. Like, damn, a mass shooting. Like, it happens so often. We numb to this shit. We numb to everything. Everything that should not be numb, and that should be felt with your heart. And basically, like, man, we need to change. It ain't like that. We numb. We're numb. Something gotta give. Something's gotta change. Cause this isn't right. And if we don't change, instead of the number being 63, and we only 2 months into the year, it's gonna double, triple, quadruple. You get what I'm saying? It's gonna keep going. So I feel like what needs to be done, we need to limit this rap music that's being played. I don't listen to a lot of rap music anymore. I keep saying it. I listen to certain things, but not a lot, because it's just murder, 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 murder. I don't want to hear that shit. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers ain't talking about getting money, nothing. Like, it's just, I'm gonna shoot you. Ooh, okay, great, thanks. I was just going to work. You were shooting me? I'm talking shit. I'm talking shit, but yeah, like, we need to limit this rap music. I think we should limit the game usage as well too. And they like, I know the gamers like, fuck you dog. But it's just like, bruh, some of y'all watching these games or playing these games, shit is messing with your mind, and I feel like the time should be limited on that. You shouldn't be able to just play all day, because you see the results. So yeah, limit the usage of games, or games being played. Limit the usage of them being sold. No, it's gonna put me in a fearful state. It's gonna put me in a paranoia state. It's gonna put me in a defense mode, man. No, I feel like change the narrative on the media side. Like, push some good news, some positivity. Push something like that's insightful, motivational. That'll make you wanna do something good instead of grab your strap. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, change that. Change the music. Stop pushing this negativity. Cause people make all type of music. Like, it's all type of music being made. But why is it always the violent stuff that's in the forefront? You know what I'm saying? Why? I know why, but you know, if y'all say that y'all care about the country and society that we living in, change the music we being programmed to listen to. Program it to be something else. Bring some other artists up there. Bring some new talent up there with a new message. Because the message we listen to right now, bro, it's a destructive message. It's a destructive message. Ain't nothing cool about that. Murder sounds good on the beat. You feel me? It only sounds good on the beat till it really happens. You know what I mean? And that's another thing too. Like, we numb to that. People getting killed, getting shot. Like, it's not a game. I think that's why we so numb, because it's like we play these games and it's just like, it ain't serious, but it's dead serious. But again, I always state, shit do not be mattering to people, or things don't matter to people until it happens to them. Until it happens personally to somebody in their family, to them, their friends, just around. If it's just somebody else, it don't even seem real until it really happened. Now you're like, damn, now you're concerned. But you shouldn't let it get to that. But I mean, sometimes experience is the best teacher. You know, and we hard-headed. I know I'm hard-headed. A lot of my life lessons I learned, I had to bump my head. And it's crazy because somebody warned me and told me previously, but I ain't wanna listen, you know? But yeah, man, like this shit be for real, man. Just guns is not to be played with. It's not a toy, you know? You can do substantial damage with a gun. You feel what I'm trying to say? You know? Oh, one more thing, I just thought of something too. I feel like as well as, or my bad, I'm kind of rambling, but I'm thinking of stuff. Another reason why people are committing these mass shootings is because of the lack of consequences, you know? Like, I feel like you do certain things, ain't no coming back. I don't give a damn. I don't give a fuck. I don't care about your none in the background story. I don't care. You feel me? You did this, you dying. Straight up. You know what I'm saying? We not being lenient with you, none of that. And I'm talking about some very torturous things should be happening to you. I feel like, man, like, oh, how could you say that, like, or how could you say that? Because like that's the only way people learn. If you see a consequence and you like, damn, hell no, I don't want that to happen to me. I'm gonna walk a straight line. You know what I'm saying? But if you being lenient with people and you let them do whatever they want to do, and then just being let out or not getting a strict consequence, of course motherfuckers gonna do that shit. They gonna do it because they know ain't shit gonna happen for real. Boy, it ain't gonna be nothing hard. It's gonna be light, like a light sentence. You know what I'm saying? Not to say like a life sentence is light, you know what I mean? But it's like, he ain't dying, he not getting tortured. Like if you come through and shoot up, because something that was real sad when I seen them kids in Texas, man, the elementary school, and they all sad, you feel me? All the mass shootings, they all sad. But I really was touched and hurt when, by like I say two specific ones was the one in Texas, the one in Texas, man. Well, they shot up the elementary school, man. I just was like, wow, y'all over there killing the kids. The kids, they don't know nothing. I mean, they know stuff, you know, but they so young. They trying to figure out life. They new to life. Like you gonna take away the journey for them to just grow up and find themselves and just they free at that time. They just trying to live. They just trying to go to school and live their life. So if you gotta take away, and what a kid did, that kid don't be doing nothing, man. They be chilling. They new to the world. They trying to figure out life. So for you to come through and shoot up kids, they ain't did nothing to you. I was just like murder. Like he needs to die. You feel me? I don't give a fuck. Like fuck y'all. Don't take him to trial. None of this. He need to die. Once it's proven that he did it, he need to die. So then it showed him and the people that aspire to be like him and do shit like that, we not gonna play with y'all. You try that shit, you gonna die on the spot. You know what I'm saying? You gonna die in a very, very torturous way. You know what I mean? You ain't even gonna get shot. Motherfucker pluck your toes off one by one type shit. I don't know, just something like torturous, like get stoned to death, bring that shit back or something. Motherfucker get dropped off a mountain or something, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? Or just, I don't know, just drugged by a car or something. We tie him to a car, we just drive. You feel me, down the highway. You feel me? Just, I don't know, they're like, oh damn, that's so hot. But it's like, man, if I gotta learn something, that's the only way I learned in life. I ain't gonna lie to you. You feel me? If I got like a light sentence or something, like if I got some light shit, I kept doing it. You feel me? But then once I got a consequence and the shit hit my record and then, or I couldn't do this because of that, or, you know, that shit was like, damn, okay, I can't play with this no more because I see what my future gonna be. Like, yeah, let me stop playing around. You feel me? Or if I got beat or something, it's like, okay, damn, I probably should chill. Like, yeah, I had to learn. You know what I mean? And then motherfuckers made me learn.
Sometimes I'm up, sometimes I'm down, but I'm alright. Sometimes I'm lost, sometimes I'm found, but I'm alright. Sometimes there's joy, sometimes there's pain, but I'm alright. And sometimes there's loss, sometimes there's gain, but I'm alright.